Hey everyone, thanks for joining me. My name is Dell, the average athlete. I want to be going over tonight some of the equipment I used to throw up to about 5 years ago for bowling. I probably bowled most of my entire childhood and a good chunk of my adulthood, bowled through college, bowled in high school. Um, and it kind of just over the years, I got to a point where I wasn't quite good enough to keep bowling, to make any money at it, so I was just kind of going through the motions at that point in my life, and I was just reaching that point where I was like, it's not really fun anymore for me. So I kind of bowled one more national tournament in Vegas. A few of my friends had some fun, and then I kind of just hung everything up. I kept everything around, but wasn't sure if I'd ever get back into it. But recently, we're going to be probably going out the next day or two, and I'm actually doing some bowling. So I wanted to pull out all of my old equipment, at least some of it. I have, like most bowlers that have bowled most of their lives, or 20, 30 years of it, probably have couple dozen bowling balls laying around their house. I'm no exception. I probably have 6 or 8 laying around in the house, and I probably got a few more in the attic. But behind me right here is one of my bowling bags. It's my Global 900 bag. I used it for a lot of years, mostly my primary bag for everything I carry. If I was just going to bowl something local or something a little easier. I only carried about 3 bowling balls, so wanted to open them up, take a look, see what we have in here. So let's see, what was I throwing all those years ago? All right, ooh, that's not a good sign. We'll leave that one for last. So this bowling bag is a 3-ball bag. I have probably, looks like I was a storm bowler back then. So let's start with one of the most versatile balls that were out there. This one is the Storm High Road. And the cool thing about Storm equipment, used in the last probably 20 years or so, they put fragrances in the bowling ball. So this one still has just a hint of it, but this one used to be blueberry. So when you throw it down there, or you polish it or clean it, it would smell like blueberries. It was actually a really cool thing. It's one of those little gimmick things that a lot of people loved, including myself. This ball's actually been plugged and re-drilled. I was trying some stuff later on in my bowling life, trying to figure some things out. So I repitched it, rechanged it, put an access weight, and I am left-handed. So yeah, you still kind of fit, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, this was a very versatile ball for me. Really liked this one. I didn't get it till probably my arsenal until probably about 2 or 3 years before I decided I was going to bowl anymore. So this is what I got. Storm High Road. Very cool ball. Put you right there. I forgot I even had this one. This is an IQ Pearl. This is one of the later models of the IQ line. 30th anniversary edition. By Storm as well. It smells kind of like Christmas, almost like a cinnamon kind of flavor to it, I guess. Same thing I did here. I think I went and repitched all my equipment pretty close to the same. Pin high left and center of gravity off to the left as well. And I think I have that on this High Road as well. Something a little bit different, a little bit further off, but basically similar in what they would do on the lanes as for rotation, axial tilt, and all that good stuff. This was probably one of my later ones. I love the IQ Pearl, which we'll be coming to very soon here. So I kind of really like this ball, so I went and got the 30th anniversary, because I used to throw the other one that we're going to be pulling out in a minute so much that I absolutely loved it and thought this would be a great ball too. And it was. I just bought it, like I said, probably a year and a half before I stopped bowling. It worked really well for me, but it's just didn't get to throw it a lot, but we'll be coming back to that one. So put that one right there. So we get to learn on my last bowling ball, which was the actual high IQ Pearl, the first one I got, probably about 4 years before I stopped. So this will be about 9 years ago now. Fun thing about this, if you can see, I got a big old crack right through the whole entire ball. So what happens with resin equipment if you leave it out in the weather, or just leave it in a hot car or whatever? Weather changes to this equipment will split your bowling balls. This is, I think, my second one I've ever, or third one I've ever had split on me. I usually keep them in the house, but I've kept my equipment out in the garage for a very long time. So this is what happens. And this was probably hands down my most favorite ball. I did shoot 300 with this one. I think my high road was a 299. And there's some video way out there from years ago about me doing that. But this was probably one of my most favorite bowling balls. This one, just because it's cool gold color, also smelled like butterscotch, which it doesn't anymore because this thing's really old, obviously. But my pin placement and everything's basically the same because I got pin high, or my pin high, my center of gravity is down by my middle of my fingers on the left side. Key was what I was going to for doing it all the same. It was that for consistency, I know what every single ball would do. I was mostly working off what the cover stock would be like and what the center core of the weight block inside would do for me. So that was kind of how the reactions work. And most of these, I believe, are symmetrical cores. I think the high road on this end was a little bit more of a, I don't think it was symmetrical as well, it's just a little bit, I think it had a little top weight built into it differently. I'm sure I'll get corrected on this. It's been, thanks, a very, very long time, and I was never a big fan of getting into learning all the actual technical lingo for bowling, even though I've done it for so long. But it looks like I won't be throwing this ball ever again. It is completely ruined. So I'll have to probably pull one of the other ones out of my arsenal and see what I'll be throwing for it the next day or two and giving it a shot. So that looks like it's about it for me on this. Thank you for showing up and checking this out. If you can just click on the like and subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I will be posting more things such as bowling videos and things like that. I'll probably be doing some coaching, golf for sure. If you've been watching any of my other stuff, I put a lot of golf up there. And we'll probably be doing some more cycling things, probably more groups, and probably getting mic'd up for that a little bit better, taking some more interesting areas. But other than that, I appreciate it.